We got ourselves M6 first up on team 1 with... Okay, what is that? It's the... It looks like... Okay, so this icon on his chest is like Dauntless Duelist from Najee Soulbind. But I know it's something else. Is it Duelers Arena? Is it Duel... Is it the BFA Duelers Arena tabard? Is that what that thing is? Honestly, I feel like I should know it. We got Ornus in here. Wait. Is that Ornus and a Shadow Priest? Ornus is S Priest. We got ourselves I Love Fake. We got ourselves... What's the name? Collude. And KYS God. What? That's a bit of a messed up name. I think I'll call it Kids God just for ease of use. Titanius in the other team with Descalos. We got ourselves Nobeliers, Cries Bad, as well as Fanuris. Gonna be first up on his team. Feral versus Pala. Actually, 5 for 5. Both of them are number 5 on each of the teams. Sometimes it just lines up like that. Honestly, sometimes it just lines up like that. Fanuris gonna have to find a good angle on Kizgod. We'll call it Kiz... Or maybe KYS? I don't even know, dude. I don't even know, dude. I feel like if I call him KYS the whole time, it's almost like a BM in the guy, right? I would just kind of feel bad. You know what I mean? But it's going to be Kizgod getting opened up by the Feral. Not really much of damage. And Fanaro is backed up for a bit. That's going to be DRs waiting down for the stun DRs. Going in with the bleeds. It just bails. Wait, what is this play? Just bleeds up and bails out. What is that? I think he's trying to get Kizgod out of position, out of that corner, away from the eyes, because I guess he's just going to wait out for the Feral. There's no real point for him to really engage, especially with Fanaro not really going in ham. Popping in some cooldowns, good to be Kizgod. Getting out of that stun. Shield of Vengeance available. Trying to make some catch-up play with Fanuris with Hand of Freedom. Gets us low onto the Druid. Blessing of Protection for Kizgod. Is he going to go for the big go here? Hammer's getting thrown up. Does not have a blind for this. Fanuris taking a bit of damage though, but looks like he might be able to outrun it. Oh man, the damage though out of Kizgod right after. Fanuris trying to see if he can escape the Paladin damage. I think he's expecting a big burst. Koch is going to stop in place. This Barskin going to be enough through the Paladin burst. I don't know if it is. Blind onto Fanuris is going to be able to get him out. Dude, even through Barskin, just nothing he can do to stop it. Once you don't have a trinket, Kizgod had the stun, the blind. You are sitting for full 6 seconds of a stun and 6 seconds of a blind. Basically CC'd for 12 seconds, unable to play the game or do anything, while the Paladin just wails on you with holy damage or physical damage. Mostly holy damage when it's a blind. And if they're very, very careful with their abilities, they might actually be able to make sure they're hitting you with just holy so the blind doesn't break. Kizgod taking a bit of damage from the Demonology Warlock as Crisbad set himself up for patch 9.1 Demonology, trying to get some play into it. Shield of Vengeance not gonna hold on long at all. Crisbad pushing in onto Kizgod. That's gonna be the Hand of Freedom, keeping the Paladin moving, getting the stun on all those pets. Tyrant is getting summoned up for Crisbad. Did it actually go off? Yeah, I think the Tyrant did. The Tyrant should be mosing over to Kizgod. Does not have a way to stun the Tyrant. Is going to try to turn evil. It is going to get the fear on the Tyrant. Stun comes out a little bit late. Fear onto Kizgod. The Tyrant still has his pets empowered, but the Tyrant himself cannot act. He cannot play the game. It is not going to be able to live past that fear. Going to be a bubble for Kizgod as he sees the reflect for Crisbad. Did not dodge himself. I hope not. I certainly hope not. And looks like the Paladin should be able to escape from the demons for just a moment, building a little bit of holy power on the side while avoiding Crisbad. The pillar is actually long enough range with the Paladin, even with a lack of mobility the Paladins generally have. Should be able to sustain himself for a bit. Crisbad not really pushing in. He kind of wants Kizgod to get away from behind that wall. Trick coming out for the Paladin. Hodges to Crisbad. Does have Seraphim available. Big hammers coming out. Is that going to be the big damage? Blinded to Crisbad. Does he have the big go? The Reckoning comes out with last verdicts back to back. Lots of holy damage. Crisbad is going to be able to catch up on a lot of health. Battle Master Trinket looks like it has been used with a Hellstone as well. Getting some counter pressure back to Kizgod. No more bubble available. He just needs the pest to do enough damage. Kizgod might be able to maintain himself. Word of Glories are still very strong. Is able to keep himself recovered. If he can only get wings with his Word of Glories, he might be okay. Does he get locked down? I think the lockdown happens. And Crisbad taking out the Paladin. Normally Paladins, I feel like, survive this for so much longer. They get another set of wings. But I think maybe either Crisbad played it optimally, or maybe got a little bit lucky, or the Paladin got a bit unlucky. Khalud coming out next. First is Kreisbad hits him with a stun immediately. And I can't really tell if he's doing damage. It looks like he's dancing. It looks like he is obviously dancing around him, but I don't know if he's doing damage. Metamorphosis is getting used. And he is playing that Piccolo pretty well, but that's going to be fear out of Kreisbad. Is he just going to go for CC? He should be expecting the haunt out of Khalud any moment, right? You should be expecting Big Go is going to gateway preemptively, summoning in more demons versus Khalud, who doesn't have a lot of health, is going to go for immunity. As he gets hit with a stun, that's still plenty of resources to gain for Kreisbad. Khalud needs to make a play right now. The haunt comes out. It doesn't do the biggest impact damage to Kreisbad, but maybe for Khalud, that might still be plenty of self-heals. Looks like Kreisbad does create some line of sight, popping out with the Reflect, trying to taunt Khalud. And it looks like the man is just going to have to wait it out until next set of cooldowns is available. But is Kreisbad even going to push in? It looks like Khalud is just basically out of everything. He has Darkness. He does have Shadow Meld. I guess he did use the Battle Master Trinket to survive it there. And Kreisbad picking up the eyes, just setting the pet. He just uses the pet to get a few autos, and that's it. That's all he needs, just a few autos, and he'll be golden. It looks like that's exactly what's going to happen. Stuns Khalud. There's no way to stop him. And down he goes as Kreisbad testing out and busting out that Demonology Warlock, dude. Demo is looking like they're going to have some interesting updates for 9-1, so he's getting ready. Rachel Roll, I love you, bro. Love you, bro, my man. How you doing, my guy? Zero July, dude. How you doing, my guy? Use an arena without obstacles. That's not fair. Dislike for the arena. I just picked a random yeah, my all arenas we pick are random. What arenas don't have obstacles? I feel like everyone has line of sight. Even what's another Lordaeron, I guess, is the only one that doesn't really have line of sight. I guess the new Kyrian one doesn't have the biggest pillars ever, but it still does. I use them. I pick random arenas, man. I didn't choose this one. I let it go in a random. I think it adds a bit of variety. You don't have to like it if you don't want to. That's fine with me. What is it? Pasco. How you doing, man? How you doing, my guys? Hope you're having a good one. Enjoying the duels. Ornus getting hit up with a stun. It's going to be a tyrant. Is that going to be potentially defensive? That's going to be dispersed. Ornus without a trinket too. We kind of missed that part. It is void form versus Kreisbad, but I never really saw Kreisbad health really go down for a moment. Stun? I think Ornus is just done. Wait, he does activate Battle Master Trinket. Does he have anything at all? Greater Fate trying to heal up. Does he have the healing Lego? He does not have a healing legendary. His Shadowmans are not nearly as massive as it could be. Does get the Vent Haze buff, but can he do much with it? It looks like he's still on a run, man. He's just an outlaw on the run. Kreisbad could go for an interrupt. If he has line of sight, wait, now the pet's gonna take him out. The pet just chopped him down. Kreisbad barely had to do much except summon those pets. But otherwise, it was all good for him. M6 getting hit with a stun, immediately trinketing. And that's gonna be Kreisbad throwing a Mortal Coil in his face. Does activate the banner prior. He does activate the banner, so that's gonna reduce that Mortal Coil cooldown, or duration rather. Door of Shadows trying to catch up to Kreisbad as the Warlock is already tussling and does get a stun around the corner before the Warrior can get on top of him. Does go for the Fear to interrupt Kreisbad's summon. And is gonna get himself a short charge back to the Warlock. Interrupt him on Fear, so that's gonna be a Vile Fin available. Soul Rod getting reflected back at Kreisbad, it looks like. It did it? No, I don't think it did. What did he reflect? He must have reflected someone else. Does use the gateway, so he does, I think, have the gateway where you can use the gateway twice before it goes on cooldown. Or maybe gets 2 charges of use. 2 charges of gateway. That's going to give him a lot of mobility either way. Kreiser in general was the first one, I think, that used the gateway legendary in these duels. Maybe in PvP in general, just for more mobility. Is going to go for a bit of a port away from M6, who does activate a Battle Master's Trinket. He is living on borrowed health. Still has Commanding Shout in case things go bad. Getting stun locked by the pets in the back. Does have for himself Ignore Pain. So it is going to offset some of the damage into that Absorb Shield as long as he can maintain it. But without Battle Master's Trinket, he is not going to have that extra health for long. So that's a really borrowed health. Commanding Shout still available if he wants to. Sharpen Blade getting set up into Kreisbad. But without a Trinket, looks like he's going to eat all the CC. Mortal Coil could be really deadly right now if you don't have a Reflect available for it. It looks like he is going to go for the Gnome Racial to remove the curse of exhaustion. Big port for Kreisbad. Get himself lots of mobility. Commanding Shot falls off. It looks like the demons just wipe him out. Dude, imagine these demons with a new obelisk from 9-1. So the demons are going to be deadly. You put all the demons with a person, port away, drop an obelisk. Those demons are just like mauling the guy. That's going to be insane. And Outlaw Fake is going to be up next. Playing the Balance Druid. For some reason, I expected a Feral. getting those early dots onto the pet. It's going to be a caster versus caster experience. We don't really get too many of those in these duels, except for like usually mage versus mage. Gonna be an interrupt onto Cry's bad. Fake pushing in with some damage. Oh, swapping the wrong person. Mortal Cold does run him in the other direction. Does maintain his trinket. Does not want to burn it just yet. And Cry's bad is gonna go for great big mobility way out there. Fake still has plenty of healing. We are only at 11 minutes into this duel. 38% dampener, so Fake looks like he's in a good spot. Roar some of the demons, and that's gonna be a big port for Cry's bad. Has Reflect, that's gonna be a Star Surge coming back to Fake with the fear to follow. Cry's bad is in control of the situation for the time being. Fake still holding on to trinket in case things go bad. Does use renewal, so that's gonna be his big defensive getting used right there. Could trinket his stun, choosing not to. Another Shadow Fury with a Tyrant. Does he have anything for the Tyrant? Is going to go into bear from Battle Master trinket activated. Does line aside the Tyrant, but the Fear walks him back outwards. And that's going to be the Frenzied Regen. I don't know if that was the emergency Frenzied Regen from the Conduit or an actual activated one. Potentially could still have a defensive later. Barks him back up in case things really go bad. Looks like he is playing Thorns. And he still might be in a decent spot. This is a Night Fae, and I don't think he used the Convoke just yet. So if he still has a way to CC the pets, or if he can bait out a stun from the Felguard, if he can somehow lock down Cry's bad without opportunity to get interrupted, he might be able to Convoke him down as well as the pets, which still could be pretty big if you can take down the pets. Does bait and interrupt out of Cry's bad. Looks like Cry's might not have any ways to interrupt him. Maybe Mortal Coil? Does he even have Mortal Coil? If Fake, I mean, he could be in a good spot. Convoke comes out, the best do get rooted, but looks like only the Imp eats a lot of the Star Surges. The Reflected Cry's bad didn't reflect too much damage back to Fake. It looks like the Imp took majority of that damage. I feel so bad for that little Imp, dude. So bad. I don't even know what happened just now. I think when you root the enemies, your Convoke ignores rooted targets, so it made sense to root the pets, but I wonder if it rooted Cry's bad as well. Looks like Fake is not going to be in a great spot, dude. Bear form does a Frenzy Region. Barkskin down for the time being is going to get hammered with CC back-to-back, but Cry's bad. Finally, the trinket comes out on the last. I think it was a Fear at the end there. And looks like maybe some recovery is going to be available. We aren't super deep into dampening, only 50% at the 13-minute mark, but Fake is definitely behind in this duel. Demonology versus Balance Druid. There's a lot of factors to consider as a boomy. You got the Warlock interrupt, you have the Fears, you have Mortal Coil, you have the pet interrupt, the stun itself, and the fact that it interrupts you as well. So even if you're a stun DR, like there's so many ways to interrupt a boomy, especially in this 1v1 matchup. So Fake needs to get all those factors out of the way first before he can Convoke. Reflect, that's another one actually. Reflect is another factor. But he's going to stun a Star Surge at Cry's bad. It does have a bit of a bite to it. So Fake is not out of the fight just yet. He has his massive cooldowns rolling for 30 seconds. If he can maximize any of them, that would be great. Root onto Cry's bad. That is going to be Matt CC out of Cry's bad. Convoke is going to be a second pet to get that stun off. Does interrupt Convoke. Does stun lock Fake. And there goes the emergency self-heal. Again, the Druid is back. Tried to have a go. Still has a coordination for a little bit. Maybe you could do something. Cry's bad does use the Battle Master Circuit to give him extra health to work with. And he actually probably could jump down a full Tyrant while the Battle Master Circuit is there, since the Tyrant will actually scale with your health. I mean, technically it doesn't PvE, so you could actually use it there. But I wonder if anybody does it in PvP. You know, waits out until like a Warrior gets a Warlock low. You Battle Master Trinket, and then you pop the Tyrant. Then the scale is based on your max health. Like the more health you have, the more health Tyrant has, and the more damage it does. It's a weird interaction. Fake's still alive, dude, but barely. Get it? Barely. It's Grizzly out there, dude. He's trying his best, dude. He's actually still alive. The fact that Druids can live this long is actually kind of nuts. I'm not gonna lie. Like, he's doing well. He got the pillar. He got the mobility for it. But, man, the survivability and this just mobility of these guys. Like, he's always able to round the bends around the corner. Regrows. If only Cry's bad had, I mean, I guess his pet does have an interrupt. It's a stun as well. But if he had, let's say, one pet to interrupt, one pet to stun, he could maybe rotate both of those. That's going to be a root onto the pets, but does slam him with a stun. Is going to get some Demon Dogs in there. Demon Bolt, barely any health. Looks like Fake does get taken out by Cry's bad, dude. Cry's are taking on the Demonology challenge. This man is prepared for 9-1, especially when they add that Obelisk and the Fell Lord. I think this man is ready to go, dude, honestly. What's up, Eli? Alley group is up. Dalaran 5v5 1v1. Awesome, boys. Yeah, if you guys got groups, let him know in the chat, man. Let him know in the chat if you got